Alright guys, so I didn't end up doing any footage last night. I think, an ear infection going on. I've been feeling miserable. I feel better today. My ear is not better, but I am feeling better. So today we're just going to tackle all of those projects that I wanted to do. And I'm also going to be listening to Badlands, I think is what it's called. The 4th book in the Savage Lands series. Hopefully finish that up today, but I wanted to bring you along on the journey. I'm sure if you saw from the footage before here, it is snowing. We had to go to my parents' house because my mom's birthday is tomorrow, and we had already originally set up that today we were going to meet up, have some chili, spend time together. And then the snow decided to come, I think, earlier than what was originally planned. So we were like, let's zip on over there, just kind of celebrate the birthday a little bit. And then we came home. Didn't get to stay near as long as we wanted to, but that's what happens when winter weather comes in. It is 0 degrees right now outside, so anything that's coming down, it is just sticking to the ground. It's really funny how we live in Missouri and my parents live in Kansas, but we're only like 20 minutes away from each other. And it was like vast differences from Kansas, where usually the roads aren't great. Missouri takes care of the roads a little bit better, but it was flipped around this time. Like, Kansas roads were really good, and then we hit Missouri, and the roads were atrocious. It's just caked with ice because people are driving on it, so the powdery snow that's coming down is turning into slush, and, it goes from there. So we're home a lot earlier than we wanted to be, but I'm just going to tackle some things. Today I have on the list of getting the lights on my bookcases. I have to pack up some boxes because I have sold or given away some of my special editions. So we're going to be packing those up today. And then I think after that, I'm going to try to sit down with like a cup of coffee, read a little bit of my Henry VIII book, just kind of get a little bit cozy. And then tonight we are going to be having dinner. I went ahead and prepped a lot of it last night. Whenever I wasn't feeling very well, I still had to make my mom's birthday cake anyway. So I went ahead and prepped that. We're having like these little mini meatloafs and green beans and potatoes, but it's a recipe where you put it on a big sheet pan and you cook it at all the same time. So it's less stuff. So I went ahead and made the little mini meatloafs last night. So they've just been sitting in the refrigerator. And I think I'm going to try to get some gaming done with my husband and my friends later today. So let's just see how much we get done. You guys are going to see as well along with me. We'll just see how much we get done. So I'm going to go ahead and get you set up. We're going to get these lights on the bookcase. We're going to get things packed up. And then I'm just going to sit around and relax for just a little bit and read some Henry VIII and drink some coffee. And I don't really have any updates for you because I really didn't get hardly any reading done yesterday. I know that I cut off the vlog last week on Friday night because I had all of these big super plans that I wanted to do while my husband was gone with my family up in an hour away. They were watching some high school basketball tournaments. It was like the Bass Pro Shop tournament. And I was at home by myself last night, and I was like, I'm going to get some reading done. I'm going to get the lights on. I'm going to get all this stuff done. And I did none of that. All I did was sit there and watch The Crown on Netflix. So yeah, that's how bad I was feeling. I don't even sit and watch TV very long, and I watched 4 episodes last night. So if that just tells you how bad I've been feeling. So let's just get some stuff done. Maybe I'll update you on the book and see where we stand when we get done, and we'll just go from there. Hope you guys are all staying cozy where you're at. I'm going to show you how good it looks. You guys, I am so happy with how this turned out. So now let's get to packing up some books. Hey guys, it is Friday night and I have not checked in with you since probably the beginning of this week, and I have just not been having a good time, and it has nothing to do with reading. At the end of last week, thought that I was getting like an ear infection, and then I went to the doctor on Monday, and come to find out I ruptured my left eardrum from sneezing too hard. I have no idea how that happens. So basically, I haven't really been wanting to get on camera. I can't hear very well out of my left ear. It's just all messed up. I'm on antibiotics, but of course it's going to take time. So I apologize that I haven't been on camera much, but I have gotten some reading done. So I do have quite a bit of updates with you. I am still reading my Henry VIII book, so we're not going to talk about it. It's out in the living room. I'm just still chipping away at it, a chapter or two at a time. So that's still going to be probably another week or two before I even finish it, which I'm okay with. It's one of those books. It's not like a fantasy romance or a dark romance where you want to sit down and you want to binge it. It's more of those like take it in little small chunks because it goes like year by year from his reign. So it takes a hot minute, but let's get into some updates. I don't know how much more of this week I'm going to do vlogs on. I have been contemplating if I want to continue to do weekly vlogs, because I've noticed that not a lot of my viewers really watch my weekly vlogs, or if you do, it's only just a little bit. I guess I'm just not a fun person, to be honest with you. I really don't do many fun things. I kind of just sit around my apartment. It's the same thing every night, where I come home, I cook dinner, spend time with my husband. I will either read my book or get on and play some video games with him and some friends, and then I go to bed. That's basically my life. So not a whole lot of fun. So I just need to know, if you are still here watching this video, I really, really need you to comment below if I should keep doing my weekly vlogs, or if I should just, kind of just do my recommendation videos, maybe even do some fun videos where like I vlog my experience on reading an entire series, or, kind of fun things like that, and, maybe circle back to vlogs later on. Let me know below. I really need to know your thoughts on that. So just let me know. We'll see. And then we'll see what I get up to tomorrow. I still need, with this whole ruptured eardrum thing, I have not done anything. I need to record and schedule more videos that I need to post and schedule and edit and all of that. I need to edit this weekly vlog. I need to go on and start writing down a few things that I need to get ready for upcoming videos that I want to do. I also need to hopefully get my journal and my planner in the mail so I can start getting that done. I also need to make a list of new workouts that I want to start doing in the mornings. So there's just a lot that I need to do, and I just haven't done it. And the longer I don't do it, the more that piles up. So maybe I'll take you along for the ride on that and, kind of vlog that a little bit. But let's get I'm starting to yawn. Oh my gosh, it's only like 9:16 on a Friday night. I'm an old woman, I swear. Like, I know I'm not, but I feel it. So let's get into some of my updates. So I finished Badlands by Stacey Marie Brown. Now, I don't even know if I updated this to you guys at the beginning of the week, I think, if I finished this or not whenever I was vlogging then. But I finished this. I loved it. I feel like we're still doing the same things, right? Like, just convenient ways to get out of sticky situations. The romance really kind of started amping up in here. The plot really progressed a lot more. I feel like we are over that middle book hump at the moment. I feel like we're getting more answers into Brexley and Warwick and all of these characters that are around. I really liked what came out of this book. It makes me super excited to get into the 5th book in February. I can't wait to continue it. I know that it has its flaws, okay? It's not a perfect book, not a perfect series. Definitely could do like a revamp a little bit, but I still am loving this so, so much. So I think I'm going to give this one 3 stars. It did get better as the book went on, but I feel like I'm still feeling a little bit in that middle book slump era where I'm like, okay, we've kind of stayed at a stagnant point for so long. I'm ready to continue. So a 3-star. It wasn't terrible, wasn't my favorite out of the series, but it's kind of reinvigorated my drive to want to continue. So I can't wait for February to get on to the 5th book in this series. So after I finished up Badlands, I decided that I wanted to pick up a book that I have been eyeballing for a few months now, and I kind of wanted to get into it. And that is The Book That Wouldn't Burn by Mark Lawrence. We have our first DNF of the year. I got, oh my gosh, at least 40% of the way through this book, which is just shy of a 600-page book. So I got pretty far into this. I could not stay in this. I didn't even fully understand the world and what was going on. We're following two people in this book. The girl who is, like, I guess kidnapped? I don't know. Was she taken prisoner? Was she kidnapped? Did she choose to go? See, this is where I'm confused. Somehow, she is taken to, I guess you would say, like, the capital of this world, this capital city, and she can just, like, I guess, write different languages that she shouldn't know, and she can, like, speak different languages that she shouldn't know, especially how poor and impoverished she grew up. So I'm not quite sure. She ends up having to work in the library, and our main guy, what was his name? Ivar? I think his name is Ivar. And he, like, lives in this library, and this library is, like, super massive. Like, think, you know, a metropolitan city type library, right? Like, it is huge. And I guess he ends up living in the library. He's like in part of the library that, like, you can't leave. But how does he eat? How does he get something to drink? How does he sleep? There are so many questions that I have. So many questions. But there is this book, right, that, like, no one knows where it came from or how old it is or whatever. And I don't know what is happening, but it says something like, written that says, Ivar, don't turn the page. You can find me below, or I'm down below. And I'm like, what do you mean you're down below? See, this is where I'm confused. So then somehow, X amount of percent past that, he decides that they're at this pool. And he's like, oh, how deep is this pool? And no one knows. And he's like, oh, that must mean that they're down there. What do you mean that means that they're down there? I don't know, you guys. I could not stay in this book. This book is for a very unique audience, and that audience is not me. I do not think that this book is bad or poorly written. By no means. I feel like this book is not for me. I feel like I have recognized that, and I didn't push through just to not have a DNF, because it's just not for me. Like, I'm confused. I have so many questions, and I understand. If I would have just continued to read the book, I'm sure that I would have had some answers and all this stuff. This is a trilogy, and I have no desire to read the next two books, let alone finish this one. So we're DNFing it. I think it was good. I think that if you like a mystery element to your books, a very, like, fantastical, lyrical, whimsical writing-esque, but also one that is kind of jagged and, I don't even know, it doesn't flow very well, and the story is, like, I guess, choppy, and maybe it's meant to be, but it's definitely not for me. I think that if you like Mark Lawrence's writing style, if you've read from him before, I think that if you like books that are similar to this, you're going to eat this up. I think you're going to love this. Just not me. And speaking of that being my first DNF, I do want to update you that I did push myself through. I had so many people tell me that Binding 13 gets so much better, that I just need to push through. So I did, and guess what? My feelings do not change. I feel like I understand where the author is going with the story. I feel like I can see now why people are invested in this book, and they say that it's one of their favorite books of all time. Not me. Not a me book. I'm okay with that. I recognize it. I'm still not going to continue on. But I am happy that I did push myself, because then there were things that were revealed and things happened that I can't tell you because it is spoilery. But I can see that that definitely grabbed people's attention and made them want to pick up the next book. So I do see where the hype is. I just, again, I'm not going to spend my time reading a book or a duology, a trilogy, whatever, of books that I just don't care about. And used to, I hated to have a DNF. I'd be like, no, you have to push through. And whenever I would do that, I would put myself in a book slump so many times that I was just like, this isn't worth it. I want to read books that I love. I want to read books that I look forward to reading. So we're just not going to do that in 2024. So let's go into the next book that I picked up, which is Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. This book is not what I expected from Chloe Gong. I really loved her These Violent Delights and Our Violent End duology. I really loved Foul Lady Fortune. I have not finished up that duology with reading the novella, which is like Last Violent Call, I think. And then the last book is Foul Heart Huntsman that just released at the end of last year. So I haven't finished it up, but I love Chloe Gong's writing. I love the worlds and just everything that she puts into it. And this book was not what I expected. Not saying that was terrible. I'm giving it a 3-star. But here's what I don't understand. I was super confused. Something that wasn't, I guess, explained in depth or, told to us is, why are there trials in this? It's not even trials. It's just one trial. 88 people that just basically go around this city and they kill each other, and the last 2 people are escorted to the castle, I guess, and then they are put into this arena where they fight to the death, and whoever the last person standing, I think, wins some insane amount of money that would help them out, all of these things. So I don't know why we have this trial. That wasn't explained to us very well. Our main girl, she is very bland, I guess. She doesn't even have very many emotions, right? Whenever you're normally reading about a character, you can feel their sadness or their happiness, whatever emotion they are feeling at that moment, and you don't really feel that with her. The romance didn't even seem believable. And also, it's a very unique take on the magic system, because they're called cheese, which I think chi is something that's in us anyway, but you can bounce from body to body, I guess, and then if that body or if that person rejects you, you can die, or you can get this sickness that you just die from anyway. I don't know. There were so many things that weren't explained in here at all. And then whenever one of the big reveals happened, I feel like it was just kind of brushed over. It was okay, here is this big reveal, and then now we're going on. And then the romance, like I said, the romance doesn't feel believable. It was I was reading this book, and we were going along, and they ended up, having fun one night, and then a couple chapters later, the trials were about to end, or the trial was about to end, and she's like, I love you, and he's like, I love you too, and I'm like, what do you mean you love him? Where did that come from? Yeah, y'all had one fun night, but this whole book, you guys have literally been at each other's throats, talking about killing each other, having a very reluctant alliance, and then all of a sudden you're saying you love him? I don't feel that. I don't believe that. And then the twist that happened at the end, I want to read the next book solely because of the twist at the end of this book. I think if you were to ask me before the last like 15% of this book, if I was going to continue on, I would say absolutely not. It was an okay time. I just have way too many questions. I don't fully understand the world. I don't understand fully the magic system and why people can jump and why you would want to jump your body and what happens to your body, like, whenever you do jump, and like, what if you jump into someone's body and you want to stay there for years, and then the next thing I know, like, is your body just laying like on Fifth Avenue, like just chilling until you go back to it? Like, what is happening? Like, I need more explanation here. I need more explanation on why was this king a tyrant? Why was there a trial? Why did you have to kill all these people? Like, and they had to wear these wristbands, and it was like, why do you wear the wristbands? Because the wristbands, I mean, other than checking in, I don't know. Too many questions. But then the last 15% happened. And it just like started snowballing, like one big twist after another big twist after another big twist. And I was like, what is happening? What is going on? Hello? And then, because I fully thought this was a standalone, because I thought that's how it was marketed. No, it's a series. And maybe a duology, which I'm okay with. Duologies I'm okay with. Trilogy, I don't think you can get a trilogy out of this. I don't think you can. Duology, sure. Not a trilogy. But then as soon as that ending happened, I was like, excuse me, what happened? I guess I did not get the memo or the update that this was more than one book. And so now I really want to read the next book. So there's that. And then finally, I am currently halfway through this book, and that is The Darkening by Sunya Mara. Now, I thought I was going to hate this book because nothing has gripped me for a hot minute in this story. I now am almost halfway. I'm not fully halfway, but I'm almost there. And I am now, like, intrigued. Not in love with the book, but I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued with how this is going. So basically, let me give you, like, a brief, vague synopsis, right? Like, if you don't want to go read what the synopsis is about. We are following our main girl. And she was raised... Again, these worlds are kind of... I don't know. The worlds are just not fully fleshed out. What I'm used to, right? But let's digress. The way that I picture this world, this could be wrong. Is there a map? No. There is not a map. Okay, so I wanted to double check myself before I said something that was probably stupid. But the way that I picture this world is, think of that place in, I think, Northwest Africa where they think Atlantis was, that has like all the rings, right? Okay, so I feel like this world is like all of these rings, and like each ring from the outside like is like the poorest, right? Like the impoverished, all of that. And then the further you go in, the more noble you are, the more money you have, the richer you are, right? So this is how I'm picturing the world, because the way that it's described just doesn't make sense. Because whenever we're following our girl, I think she's in the fifth ring, I think is what they call it, or like the fifth something, okay? She's on the 5th level. We're just going to go with that. And she, of course, is, like, there's, like, this storm raging, like, on the outside of their world that they're cocooned in, okay? There's this storm, and her mom went into the storm and never came back out. So she's like, my mom died to the storm. And if you are storm touched, I believe, like you are sick or you're going to die or something happens to you. Well, anyway, in this impoverished village that she lives in, she lives around people that were storm touched, I guess. And, you know, they all are like this big community, big family, loving each other. And then all of a sudden, like, I don't know why, I don't even know if it's fully, like, addressed why, but her father is like a wanted man. And I don't know why. And all of a sudden, the authorities show up at her house, and they, like, are looking for him, and, you know, they're threatening the people, all of this stuff, and he's, like, hidden below. Well, someone finds him, and not then, but, like, the next day or the day after, something like that. He gets found, he gets captured, he gets taken, okay? And our girl is like, no, I'm going to go get my dad back. And she's like, Prince Drakier, I think his name is. He ended up taking her father and, like, arresting him, and, you know, like, assumably he's going to die. So she's going to go try to find him. And she needs to go to, like, the 3rd level is all I'm going to say. Because I think it's, like, rings, okay? So, like, the 3rd ring. But she needs to masquerade as somebody that would pass as somebody that would live in the 3rd ring. So she goes and talks to these, like, people that she meets or something, and finds out that she can go see this witch that does, like, a face recognition thing. I'm not sure. Anyway, she's in the 3rd ring. She is like, I'm going to kill the Prince Drakior or whatever. And the story goes from there. I'm really enjoying this because something just happened in, like, the past 2 chapters that you could probably say this was expected, right? Like, this is every single YA fantasy that you come across, and I would agree with you. But the way that it was dealt with in here, I feel like it has me intrigued. Like, I want to keep going. I do not think this is going to be a 5-star at all, but it's going to be, the last, like, half of this book is going to be dependent on if I'm going to continue on, because this is the start of another series that I don't need to start. So, again, another world that I don't feel like is fully fleshed out. I don't feel like there's a lot of depth to all the characters in this book. I also don't see how the romance is going to go. Now, I will say the parts that I am kind of at, I can see where the tension is going to happen, and I can see it starting to build. It's going to be dependent on how that is executed later on, if it's good or not. But at the moment, I don't see where the romance is. I feel like there's a lot of things that need fleshed out better. Those are just my thoughts. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying this book probably more than I did Immortal Longings, and definitely more than The Book That Wouldn't Burn. But I would definitely say that maybe I'm liking this less than Badlands. So if that kind of shows you how my week has been, I'm starting to lose my voice. This is just not a good week. So I'm going to go ahead and go. I will bring you along tonight or tomorrow, depending on when I do my editing and my scheduling of different things, and kind of getting some videos together on what I have plans for in the future. And then hopefully my planners come soon so I can start utilizing them. I also am pretty upset with how this turned out, because it's beautiful, right? Like, what you see is beautiful. The top row, even though I checked the lighting before I put it all up, everything worked. Now my top row doesn't work. Like, you can see it. Where is it at? Like, right here. You can see where it ends and starts. That's one strand. That's not plugging into a new strand. That is one strand. So half of a strand is messed up. So I'm not very happy with that. So those are just my thoughts. My week is not going good. Again, please let me know below. Should I continue my vlogs? Are my vlogs boring? What do you want more of? Like, I'm here to kind of build
my friendships in this community, and I don't want to run people off with boring content. So just let me know below. Hopefully in the next shot you see my progress on editing and everything else that I can get done, and then I'll probably wrap up the vlog after that. I'm still not feeling that well. You can probably hear it in my voice, and then also my ear, I can't even hear out of it very well, so I'm just not having a good time at the start of this year. But usually one time a year I get sick, and if my sickness is going to be a ruptured eardrum, I'll take that. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a great week, and I will see you tomorrow.
All right, guys, welcome to the last day of this weekly vlog. I am looking all cozy. I am in my cozy outfit. I am letting my hair air dry because I feel like every so often you just need to let it air dry without any products in it so it doesn't get like built up or anything. I don't know if that's true. That's just kind of how I deal with it. So usually on the weekends, if I plan on not going anywhere, I will go with no makeup, nothing on with any of my facial things that I do. And then also I let my hair air dry. So we're just going to get some editing done today. I have my personal planner here that we're going to kind of set up. And then we have some boxing up of some books that I need to do. So we're just going to get through a lot of it, and then I'm going to give you a wrap up at the end of anything that I end up reading or anything like that. So hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoy coming along with this fun-filled work day for myself, and we'll just chat afterwards. All right, so I have all the editing done as of right now with everything that I have going. I have some things exporting, some things uploading, so we're good with that. I'm going to go ahead and start in on my planner. Now, I wanted to share with you guys my cousin, who is also in my book club. She told me about this planner that you can get, that you can create the way that you want created. So like you get to go through and like pick what is in there. Because I mean, do you ever have a planner that has so many pages that you don't even utilize because you're like, that doesn't pertain to me or what I'm trying to strive for the year? And this one lets you kind of build it the way that you want it. And so it's pretty neat. It does have where you can put stuff on here. I'm going to go ahead and block out some of my information, but it has like my information on there. It says, hello, sunshine. I'm a personal planner. Please return me to my owner if I seem lost. So it's really, really neat. You can customize like what the pages look like. Like I have these banners right here. Let me see if you can see it.
it's like the galaxy up top with my calendar on here. It even has like holidays, moon phases, things like that. My next page is where I can write down different things, and I made it all colorful. I don't know how well you can see that or not, but it goes through like where I can do my workout. I can put on what the weather was like that day. I can put on how much time I spent reading. I can put a whole slew of things. It does come with a little spirit uplifting it thing down here that I put on there. And also I can put my workouts right here, like if I'm doing legs, arms, whatever that day. And then also my meals, Monday through Friday, I can go ahead and write down what meals I plan on doing. It has my weekly goals that I can achieve, my priorities, what I learned, different notes that I have. And then it just goes through that each week, each month. And then at the end of the month, let me see. Oh, it's not at the end of the month. So it must be, so you have like every single month in there. And then it has where there should be, oh, here it is. Yeah. Organize your home. So like I wanted one that like I could put on there like things that needed to be done, or different things that I needed to do. So I do have a couple of those pages on there. I also have one that's declutter your home, where I can kind of put down whether it's different places in my apartment or what I want to declutter, like my books. Like maybe mid-year I want to do like kind of a refresh. I can write that down, what I want to declutter and stuff. And then I can also put on here, I decluttered how much, I'm happy with this achievement, different things like that. So I thought that was pretty neat, something that would definitely pertain to me. And then also you have like a yearly budget planner that tells you the month, the income, how much you had going out in bills, how much you had in expenses, how much did you put in savings, and then you put it over here where you add it up and see how you do. And then also you have financial goals and reflections, which is something that I think, most people would definitely want. And then I have a year of tracking, like my mood and my workout or my no spend or something like that. I can track that. And then I also have a simple budget page that lets me kind of put down the month and what bills I have or what paychecks I have going in, so I can kind of keep track of that. And then I also put it to where I have a telephone and address list in here, so I don't have to carry multiple things with me. I do not like putting everything in my phone. Okay, I'm going to be very honest with you. I do not like that. So that's why I have a planner. Call me old-fashioned. I still write checks. Okay, I still get paper bills in the mail, and I still write checks. Yes, I am 37 years old, and yes, that's how I'm going to continue to do things. That's how I was brought up. That's how I was taught. I'm not changing something that I understand. So there's also this save a little page where you can, put back whatever amount on here and then like kind of mark it off, which is pretty neat. And then books to read. I wanted to add this in there, just kind of as a little fun thing, like books that I want to read that maybe are on my radar like immediately. And you can even put your rating on there, which is pretty neat. So that is my planner. And then you even get to design what you want, like your back page to look like, or what you want your front page to look like. And you can either put your name, you can put the date, you can do whatever you want to your planner. But I also got, let me see, are these them? I hope they are. Yes, I also got some stickers that I can use throughout the year. And they're all different things, like welcome to spring, trick or treat, happy Easter, hello summer. So you can use these as you're going along. So pretty excited for that. I also ended up getting some more pages that I can put in to my binder. because one thing that I want to do is make sure every month I'm writing down what my budget planner is so I can stick to that more often. And these were just, a little bit extra cost where you get them and then they like kind of snap in there. So we're going to put those in later on. And then I also got this thing that is really, really cute. You put it in there and it has like little make a note, post-it notes, to-do list that, if you're on the go and you want to leave something somewhere or whatever, you can just kind of jot it down, do that. And then also I got, I'm not sure what that is, but then there's other little free stickers that come, with your order, which is pretty neat. You don't have to purchase those separately. And then it also has one of these things where you can put it in there to keep where your part is. So I'm pretty excited. We're going to go ahead and start getting this all set up today. I am quickly going to take just a quick break. We are going to come back. We are going to get this set up, and I cannot wait. I mean, we're already halfway through January. That's okay. You got to start sometime, right? Like, don't ever if you're wanting to start, doing a planner, if you're wanting to start doing a workout, eating better, reading more books, reading less books, taking time away from screen time, whatever you feel you need to adjust in your life to make yourself feel better and be less stressed, and stuff like that. Don't let it bother you that it's like in the middle of the week and you want to start on a Monday. Don't let it bother you that it is, the 20th of January and you're like, oh, well, I'll just start next month. Just start today. That's what I have learned. I used to be a procrastinator. I used to put things off. I'm not putting those off anymore. I am just starting with it now. We're going to get going. I'm not going to sit around and be like, well, I'll just start on Monday, or I'm going to start on the beginning of next month, or whatever. I'm going to just start today. I mean, who cares whether I do it now or, 11 days from now? It's still going to get started. So just start now. And, one other thing that I've realized, like, if you are somebody that is going through a weight loss journey, which I have been going through a weight loss journey, if you are someone that is going through that and you're wanting to eat healthier or do more activities to be working out and all of this stuff, for one, don't get discouraged if you gain a couple pounds. Don't get discouraged if you're not losing weight very much. Don't get discouraged, if you're on a Friday night and you go out with your friends, your significant other, your family, and you want to have that cheeseburger. You want to have that piece of pizza because you don't want to order another salad or, a grilled chicken, whatever. Eat it. There's nothing wrong with, from time to time, giving your body a break and just enjoying life. Just don't overdo it. Don't sit there and gorge on 5 cheeseburgers. Eat until you're full, and then the next day, just get right back on what you're doing. I mean, I had to learn that lesson the hard way after several years of on again, off again, on again, off again. And now, after 2.5 years of being on this weight loss journey, I have lost almost 200 pounds, and I do continue to keep going. So I encourage you. So let's go take a break. We'll come back. We'll get the planner all set up, get everything in here, get ready to go for the week. And then I am just going to relax for the day. I'm not going to do anything else. I've done all of my stuff on here. I don't need to do anything else. So that's what we're going to do. All right. I'll be back.
So I have gotten most of this updated. I went ahead and just kind of put in, some times of payday, and then I went ahead and I haven't done anything for February because, of course, I'll set down each month and kind of go through all of that. But I went ahead and put some things, weekly that I need to do. And then also, my priorities. And then also down here, I went ahead and put what workouts I'm going to be doing. I need to get my meals on there because I don't have them in here, so I'm going to do that. And then, of course, I have, bills and when we're getting stuff, paid off and different things and how much money we're saving. So I went ahead and got that done. So that's done for the week. And next week I'll sit down and do all of February, and hopefully next week I can show you my book planner that I have coming in that is going to help me keep on track with books that I want to read, books that I have read, different videos that I want to do, different things like that. So I like to keep my, reading books and my YouTube and all of that separate than my private life. But as of right now, this week, I do have them meshed together on the week, and I hope my planner comes in this week. But I am starting to not feel so good, so I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here. I hope you all had a great week. Again, let me know down below if you would like me to continue to do weekly vlogs, or if you want me to do different type of content. I just want to know, because my life isn't always that interesting. So just let me know down below, and make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and also visit any of my links in the description box that you would be interested in. Until next week, bye!